Alright, what's going on, everyone? So, yeah, my hair is a bit greasy right now because I just got back from cross-country meet, so, you know, that's, I was sweating and stuff, so that explains. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. It's completely off topic from what we're discussing today, which is the most typed items for this Supreme drop. And obviously, these items, I've sort of looked at, like, sub-community, and, like, I'm not just taking the top 5 like I usually would, because usually it's accurate, and I would just report on that and give my opinions. But today, it's a bit different, and I actually have my own top 5 that I think for this week, and I think that it's, you know, a lot different than what most people assume. And I'm actually going to be going over the items that I think will be the best to resell, and maybe some items that will be, like, slept on for resale, but will actually be worth a lot in the future. And there's some obvious ones and not obvious ones, but we don't need to go over that for too long. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Be sure to subscribe if you're new, drop a like, and let's get started. Now, the first item and the most typed one, super obvious, most typed item, you know, just we know this, it's a Supreme North Face leather parka, and obviously it's gonna be retailing at $1,098. So if you want to play 1K plus retail, that is fine. Now, I've said I personally do not enjoy this item, and a lot of people are like, oh, you're broke, you can't afford it, things like that. Firstly, I personally don't want to pay $1,000 for the jacket. It may be worth it to some people and may be easily affordable for some people. For me, just not how it's going to work. And also, you know, I'm personally not a fan of it. So just because I'm not a fan of it doesn't mean I'm hating on it. I'm even admitting it's the most typed item this week. And also, even with the $1,100 retail, like, it's going to be $1,180 for shipping. It's probably going to resell for a lot more. Like, it's probably going to be double, I think, in resale. And a lot of people are like, oh, you know, it may take a while to get there. That is true. But if you get a lot of them, say for a couple months, like, it will probably rise up in value a good bit, I think. And, you know, even people like, oh, well, it's a bad North Face collaboration. You know, some people think that, and I personally agree with it, but it is true that the colorways are super nice in it, and the most typed colorway is the red one, if you guys are wondering about that. So if you're looking to buy this and want to go for the most typed colorway, the most typed one is the red one, and I think it's black, purple, and green. I think that's how the order is, if I'm correct. I think that'd be accurate, but looking at it, retail super expensive. Resale though is like almost double, so just keep that in mind. Just double 1,098. Like, I'll put like something on the screen, like that's probably around what I think it's gonna be. It'll be like over my face. That's what I think it's gonna be at the start, and it will go up in the future. So looking at it, a really easy potential to make a ton of money, and yeah. Next up, not unexpected at all, very easily expected, is the Supreme North Face leather shoulder bag. This is retailing at $118, which I think is worth it for a leather shoulder bag in the first place. I think it's actually worth it from the collection. And also they did a good job at designing them. And the most typed colorway, again, I think it's the red one. If I don't know if I'm too correct in that, but that's what I think it is. And looking at the item's nice. I personally think it's a fire item. I think they did a really good job at creating it. And, you know, for me, honestly, it is super basic, yes, but it's actually, like, for people that are like, oh, all about the noticeable logo, this is pretty well and easily noticeable. Like, obviously, the North Face logo is big. You can tell it's North Face because that's just an iconic logo. And Supreme, it says it right there. A lot of people know Supreme is. So if you're looking to flex, this item's easy for that. And, you know, a lot of people were, you know, talking in my comment section also in my last video about how, oh, you don't know what flexing is and all this. Well, maybe I actually buy clothes to enjoy what they look like and the wear, not just if it's ugly and I want to flex it. Like, that's just sort of like that. I think like that defeats the purpose of buying clothes. You buy it just to be annoying and flex it. I don't think people like that, but, you know, I'm not gonna diss people like that. I mean, if you buy clothes to only flex them, not because you like how they look, that's fine. That's your taste, that's your personal style. And yeah, this item is gonna resell. I'd say probably like $200 would be a good resale point on this. So you make some money off it. The next most typed item, I don't know why people are asleep, but, you know, please continue to be asleep on this item. This is a S logo hooded sweatshirt. This is an S logo hoodie. S logo hoodies usually sell for a ton of money, and this item, people are ranking it not even like a top like 5 most typed items this week, which I think is crazy. That's usually what I do in my list, and I have to put this at number 3. It's easily over the other items that people have ranked ahead. It's not only, that's sort of relative, but $168 for a hooded sweatshirt. That would probably go for around $350, I think, in the future easily, or even like right off the bat. Like, it's an S logo, just keep that in mind. And also, it's pretty fire design, I'd say. Like, with the patch here, it's good. The stitching, it's a nice item. So looking at it, you know, just basic Supreme hoodies material, nothing crazy there. And, you know, the S logo, it's just iconic logo. So keep that in mind. Easy way to make a lot of money, and a lot of people are sleeping in it. I think that's what it looks like, is that a lot of people are sleeping in it, but in reality, I think people are actually going to go heavily for this item when they notice it, or they probably already do notice it, I think. And I just think a lot of people are pretending that they aren't really looking at it, because this item's probably going to sell out a lot faster than people expect. So keep that in mind. People are sleeping on the S logo, but it's actually just not the item that's being talked about the most this week. But in reality, it's an item that's going to sell for a lot of money. Next most typed item is one we'll be reselling as well. This is a Supreme North Face leather waist bag. It's retail at $198, so $280 with shipping. That's a retail resell on this item. Now for me, this item, yes, it will resell. It's probably one of the more fire items, I'd say, from the Supreme North Face collaboration. As me not being a huge fan of the Parka, it just, I wouldn't put that in like one of my favorite items this week, but it is for the most hyped one, so we have to give it credit where it's due. And this item comes in at number 4, so looking at it with the retail of $208, I think that I'm a bit tired right now, so I'm trying to like think it out, but the most hype colorway is red, and it's just the same order really for all the items. It's just red is the most hype, and I think this item probably could resell for like 300. Like I think 300. I was about to say 275. I think 300 is a good resale price for this. Again, with items like Supreme North Face, typically people tend to undersell them at first, and then they go up a ton. That's what I think will happen with this. So people are gonna undercut it and sell for a bunch eventually, and that's what I think with most of these items in the Supreme North Face collection. That's just how it works. But for me, I think this item's pretty good. For me, I wouldn't cop any of the Supreme North Face just because I'm not a huge fan of leather, but I think like the leather on the shoulder bag goes pretty nicely, and I don't own a shoulder bag yet, so maybe that could be a cop, but we have to see. I mean, it's a nice item though, and I may be going to like SneakerCon Atlanta, so we could cop some of that there for cheaper. As you know, like sneaker events and like that, items are just cheaper to sell. So looking at it, nice item, fire, I think, and yes, it will resell, and retail is around $200 so for a waist bag, so yeah. Alright, and the final most hyped item this week, I'd say, this one falls unfair, is the Supreme Nouveau logo tee. I mean, there's multiple ways to pronounce it, I think. I don't know, I'm an American, so I definitely don't know how to pronounce things. That's just how it usually is. But looking at it, it's gonna be retailing $78 and then $88 for shipping. I think this tee, I don't know about the resale too much in it. Again, 4th and 5th items, I say this every video, tend to decline on resale, but I think this week, I think 4 and 5 actually do have an opportunity of reselling, and so with all the items I discussed, because this week's actually pretty nice, I'd say. There's a lot of heat and a lot of items that people are gonna sleep on, and we just have to wait to see what people are gonna sleep on, because you just gotta wait to see. I mean, I can't even tell you, like, it's maybe completely inaccurate, you never know, because there's going to be items that come out that people aren't expecting to resell. But back to Nouveau tee, this item, again, I think I'll resell probably for around like 110, 120. I don't know how much it will resell though, because it's probably overshadowed by a lot of the items that are also dropping this week. But again, it's a tee, people are going to be excited for it, but I think the potential from like the Supreme North Face collab will probably crash the site, so just gotta keep that in mind. The site probably will be crashing this week 9, and yeah, just be prepared. I mean, yeah, don't get upset, because it's gonna happen. We just have to face it. And yeah, those are all the most typed items, and resale's looking pretty good this week, so if you want to make some money, this is the week for you. Anyways though, I appreciate y'all watching this video. If you all, I moved the Bojangle, so it looks like I didn't have it, but I'm saving it for the end so y'all don't. It's a bit of a trick, but I still got the old biscuit in there, so if you all want me to eat it, 200 likes, pretty basic. Again, I'll finish it this time. I'll probably finish it. And if you want to do that, just like the video. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe below. And I may see you all at SneakerCon Atlanta. I had to see if I'm going, but yeah, it's another review. Hopefully it's helped you with reselling, things like that. And that's really it. It's just a simple video. I don't know if I'm gonna get this out that early though, because it's already 6:38 p.m. Eastern time, because I got back late, so I had to make this video ASAP. So I'm gonna try and edit it, get it out tonight, probably about like 8:30ish. So I hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, peace out.